Alright guys, and welcome to another discussion. And with Cd Projekt Red coming out yesterday with an apology and addressing the issues of Cyberpunk 2077, the community all seems to be at the same consensus. The game is in a horrible state and shouldn't have come out like this, and they're all wondering, how did Cd Projekt Red allow this to happen? So I got to thinking, why is it that Cyberpunk is getting all the hate? But more importantly, I also realized that this is how the industry has been for quite some time. Let me take you back to 2011. There has been a lot of games that came out, from Batman Arkham City to Uncharted 3 and Portal 2, as well as many others in between. But that isn't where everyone is watching, for Bethesda is coming out with a game that will change the landscape of gaming as we know it. Elder Scrolls V Skyrim comes out with glowing praise and everyone can't stop talking about it. All games media and even YouTubers are singing its praise with 9 out of 10s and 10 out of 10s across the board. All you have to do is take a look at the game version on the PS3 to see a completely different story. The game was in a poor state, even discounting the bugs, where the more you played the game and the more you did in the game, your frame rate would drop to 10 FPS, 6 FPS, all the way down to 0 in some cases. There was not nearly as many doom and gloom stories going around about how bad Skyrim is, nor how could Bethesda allow this to happen. Everything kept spinning as usual. Game of the Year awards and critical praise from the media and fans alike. Or we can head to 2015, and the biggest hit that took a lot of people by surprise is Witcher 3. A game that brought a lot of new fans to the franchise and made the gaming world take interest, but just like Skyrim before it, there was more than what people first thought. The game on consoles would suffer from consistent texture pop-ins, as well as assets loading in, not including frame rate drops as well, to the 20s even. But just as Skyrim before, it didn't seem to be hindered at all, and it was overlooked by a lot of people and still was awarded Game of the Year awards. Now, none of this is excusing the state of Cyberpunk 2077. I am just simply showing how we got to this point. Nor is any of the previously mentioned examples the only ones to do this. From Fallout 76 and countless others coming out in poor states and broken promises. But, just like the previously mentioned, Cyberpunk has left a bitter taste in players' mouths. Just like pouring salt on a wound, Cyberpunk seems to have been the breaking point of gamers and critics alike. The reviews were all changed to reflect the state of the game at launch, and headlines are filled with massive reports of glitches, bugs, and disappointments, as well as even lawsuits. The game was even pulled from the PlayStation Store, which has never happened. Cyberpunk 2077, just like 2017's Battlefront 2's loot boxes, had been raked through the coals and left as a caution to all those who come after. Like I have said in my review of Cyberpunk 2077, it is a broken mess, but it isn't a bad game by any means. The story is fantastic, and it has some of the best use of side quests I have ever played. But we must also understand that we can like a game, movie, album, or any other media, and we can also call it out for their shortcomings. I, as many others, love Cyberpunk, and I'm looking forward to what more they can bring to the game. The roadmap for 2021 is looking promising. As I said at the beginning of all this, the industry has been like this for a long time. Overhyped games either by players or developers themselves, as well as the release the game and we'll fix it later mentality. Cyberpunk 2077 will be like all games that have come before. 1 year later, this is the game we were meant to play. But that stain was left on Cd Projekt Red's reputation, and that cannot be ignored. I love this industry, and I look past a lot of issues, perhaps due to the fact that my expectations have been low for some time now, or because I've been desensitized to the industry and how it has been. This doesn't mean I don't get excited for upcoming games. I am so stoked for many games that are coming out, but I also try to keep my expectations to a level as to not feel disappointed or regret after I finish any of the games. Games come out broken, games come out buggy. It happens all the time. If there's still a good game, I can still enjoy it. Understanding that this is where the industry has been has made me kind of think that Cyberpunk has merely been used to set an example that we're not going to take it anymore. And I feel like that message is being read loud and clear. And I hope you guys kind of feel the same way. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Have you guys played Cyberpunk and loved it despite all its flaws? Was there a game that you love but is looked down by critics and fans alike? Let me know in the comments down below. I really would like to hear it. Alright guys, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. I know we did things a little different, kind of did a little discussion on the game industry, but I love these topics, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please think about giving it a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, turning on those notifications so you know when the next video comes out. I do a new video here on YouTube once a week. As long as it's gaming and I can get my hands on it, we're going to talk about it, or we're going to play it. I also do stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. If you guys wanted to hang out with me while I'm playing, you guys are more than welcome to. If you guys had questions, you guys can also ask. I do not mind at all. Until next time, guys, let's just play.